I hated when I was a cop that when I went to buy a house, my name and home address were tied together in tax records, searchable by anybody who wanted to find out where my wife and kids slept while I was at work. Guys, my name is Alex Brackey. We are the only real estate team in America with a solution to that problem. Hey everybody, my name is Alex Brackey. I'm with the Valor Group. We are a team of prior military, law enforcement, firefighters, and allies that are now in the real estate space. And we have a one-of-a-kind program called Homes for Cops. It is not just for cops anymore. That's how it first started. But we use this program for anybody who works in an identity-sensitive position. As the story goes, I was in law enforcement for almost 10 years. I specialize working in drug interdiction, highway interdiction. And so I came into contact with a lot of folks that I wouldn't necessarily want to invite home for Sunday tea or something. There was this big issue I had, right? When I was going to buy a house, I knew that as soon as I bought that house, my name and my home address were going to be tied together in tax records that the county keeps on file. And in the digital age now, you can actually go online and you can search those tax records freely. That's 100% free. You can go on there right now and do that. There are a lot of states in the USA where they actually allow their law enforcement officers and other folks that would need the ability to shield their identity. All you got to do is just ask, and then that part is never actually recorded. It's nowhere available to be found, who actually bought that house. Virginia is not one of those states. There are parts of Virginia where you can, after it's been recorded, you can go out and then say, hey, can you go ahead and shield those records? But the problem is that as soon as that's recorded, it has to be recorded in order to ask for it to then be shielded. By the time it's recorded, the damage is already done. Because as soon as that is recorded, then all of the web crawlers and all the everything, the data is out there and the cat's out of the bag. So in order to fix this problem, you have to truly get it before you ever even record at the county. Record that Alex Brackey bought this house. When I was a cop, guys, I did a lot of research on this, trying to figure out, is there a way to protect my family's identity? And I came up with a way that I thought would actually work. I researched it ad nauseum, and I took it to my real estate agent at the time, because this was before I was even in the industry, kind of explained what it was I was trying to do. And she literally looked at me like I had six heads, and then tried to refer me to a family member who sold Legal Shield, which was like, prepaid legal services. It was like, she had no idea what I was trying to do, right? Obviously. I took it to my lender at the time. I took it to my title company at the time, and nobody really seemed to understand what I was trying to do. So like most cops, I just went and I bought the house, put it my name, and just, that's the downside being in that profession and buying a house. As soon as I came out of law enforcement, though, and started in real estate, that was the very first thing that I did, is I created this Homes for Cops program using the original strategy that I had researched even as a cop. It's using the same tools that kind of the wealthy folks use to not have their house, have their name and their home address tied together in land records. Most people use this legal tool, and that's what it is. It's a legal tool that we use to do this program. We cover the cost of it. It's our way of giving back to the community that we so love and came from ourselves. The way that we do it is we're using the same legal vehicle that folks typically use for things like estate planning, or to avoid probate. If the homeowner passes away, then you can avoid probate and things like that. The side benefit of it is that you can use it as a way to shield the identity of the people who actually own the home. And so that's what we do. We actually contract with an attorney and have them draw up this document so that you can buy a home and not have your name be directly there front and center in the tax record. We do this for anybody who works this identity sensitive position, whether you're in the three-letter agency, CIA, DEA, ATF, local law enforcement, state troopers, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and we've used it all over the place. I'm never going to ask what it is that you do for work. A lot of our clients, they do some pretty secret stuff, and that's totally cool with us. We're never going to pry. But if you work in a career where you may have bad guys looking for you, number one, I know what that feels like. And number two, there's a solution to that. And we'd love to help. Again, it's 100% free for you. We bear the cost of it just as a way of saying thanks for doing what you do. So please feel free, guys, reach out if you ever have any questions about the Homes for Cops program. You can hit me on my cell, 571-393-1082, or you can email me, alex@valorgroupre.com. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it.